I'm Bram Frank. I'm from Florida. I'm originally from New England. I'm a good Connecticut Yankee and a Green Mountain boy because I'm in Vermont. My system is CSSD SC, which is Common Sense Self-Defense Street Combat.
You know, we talked about young Bram. We talked about your upbringing from the different styles of martial arts to eventually modern arnis. And then you talk about lineage, about how important lineage is. But tell me now, I mean, you and I are both history lovers, right? But how does Bram move forward?
Um, because I think Bram moves forward because I finally have a sense of who I am. I've never had that before. My mother used to look and go, "Do you understand what you've done?"
Right.
I'm like, no, because I can't. I can't see myself. And there's been enough articles and things about me by other people that I didn't even know they're writing the articles, that I can go, oh, that's how you view me. And I've had people go, don't you know who you are? Well, that's one of those loaded, weird questions.
Yes,
So
it
when you
is.
ask someone who really cares about themselves, someone goes on,
Right.
most of us have no idea in that sense of who we are as an image to other people.
Of course.
And we're the hardest on ourselves
Of
going,
course.
we didn't, I should have done more of this, should have
Right.
done that.
We're our
But
own worst critic.
yes, of course, especially creative people. We get down ourselves, I could have done better.
Right.
And the project's never done.
Of course.
I was a single parent for many years. I've gone on and I understand being a parent. I'm a pretty good husband, even though I've been married 4 different times because they just couldn't deal with martial arts. I wore them out because
It's a special kind of crazy.
yeah,
martial
and
arts.
as for Bram now, my first wife looked at my second wife and said, I know you don't like me, but if you make Bram choose between martial arts and you're going to be a really unhappy camper, and it's the only words of wisdom I'll give you. And of course, it came true. She
Right.
made me choose, and not a good choice.
Right.
But the Bram of now, I have a desire to make sure, I want to make instructors.
Why?
Because instructors make an art last.
Yes.
Practitioners come and go. I don't have to do anything.
Right.
But instructors have to understand those who taught them so they can share it. And some of the ideas I came up with that I was able to structure with Remy, he goes, oh, I should have let you do this for direct modern arnis, not say just make your own. I realize I've affected history. It's like I'm a member of the Black Belt Magazine Hall of Fame. There's only 14 weapons instructors out of all the years they're there. 4 of us, that's including Remy, are modern arnis. And we're all the ones there, except for Remy. The other 3 are knife guys with me. People go, but you're modern arnis.
Wow.
I understand my place because, Dan said it there. He goes, Bram, the one ace you have almost everybody who's with us in our group is, you're the Black Belt Hall of Fame weapons instructor here for knife, not for stick,
Right.
and for teaching tactical teams.
Right.
When I developed the knives, because I have my own, I ended up manifesting everything I believe an attribute should be within my tools. So my idea of where I'm going is, I understand that, and I just told someone the other day, that if you asked me to design my knives now, I couldn't do it.
Right.
Because of where I was, I had a need to develop those knives, to express myself and go, I need the tool to accomplish these kind of jobs.
Right.
Now I'm back to refining.
Right.
I have the ergonomics done and I go, oh, I'm still working, but I realize I've set a place. The idea of modular. I came up with a system that everybody's doing, and more people, are, like Dan, came up and said, oh, I want to do steel meets flesh. Other people have said, we're going to duplicate your system with your permission.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, my mom before she passed said, do you understand how much you've changed? And went, do you realize that who you are as Grandmaster Bram and the arts you teach and what you've done around, that you're part of martial art history?
Right.
That if for Black Belt Magazine and the other martial art magazines, you're part of their history.
Right.
And that the combining, and the guys at Randall Knives, Gary Randall, who's still alive, said in honor of his dad that they named me the liaison between the martial art world and the knife world at Randall Knives. People said, does that matter to you? And I went, they're the epitome of a fighting knife, the modern fighting knife. And for Randall to recognize me as that over all the years, it means a lot. And it's part of who I am and what I want to share.
Right.
And like today, when I found this out, I tried to find, Mish Handworker fell in love with me and my art and decided that's what he wants.
Right.
And over the years, everybody has their own. I'm getting old enough as 68
Right.
this weekend, as 70 approached, I went, you know what? I need someone who I know will love the art and continue it.
Right.
That allowed me to take daughter number 2,
Right.
Amy Kirshner, because she's always, I'm not worthy, I don't know enough. And after 20-something years, we go, I need her to guide Mish.
Right.
That he's going to be the technical guy,
Right.
she's going to be the spirit, and then Peter Hobart, I'll mention his name.
Right.
He's my official biographer, because just like you're doing now, he wants to know what made Bram.
Right.
And between all of them, I figure if something happened, they can continue what makes Bram.